Welcome everyone to Night Shift Podcast. You're here today with me and Jonathan, and
Alex, Choi Boy.
And me, Andre.
well, but as of today, we're going to be discussing topics of being Asian
In
But-
America.
Yeah, not as Asian as you could say. You know, they didn't really wipe us, but fuck.
Wait.
Yeah, so as of being Asian, I think I'm particularly whitewashed, and I'm not saying it as like a bad thing, but like just like these subtle things that you think Asian parents would expect from our generation. I don't really see that anymore, and more as we go on. I don't know.
Well, my family is much more like traditional, like the typical Asian family. You expect good grades, fairly strict. Typical stuff.
Yeah, but then again, like compared to these other families in Korea, especially, dude, like that place is like crazy. You like come
Yeah,
home,
you're
you're doing shit. You're
Oh yeah.
No, but the thing is, like, I know Korean families that are like that, like here, like
yeah. I mean, in the U.S., you see it, but context
Yeah.
of us though, we're
Yeah.
much different from these other Asian people.
yeah, we are a little bit different. I think, I don't know, but I feel like because like we're less like that, we're less. I think it's honestly better because if you look at like specifically like Koreans, at least in where I live, like Korean culture is like so toxic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, basically. I mean,
No,
as
Tiger
much as like
parenting.
as much as like I feel as though like there should be some sort of strictness to being, I guess, parented like in general.
Yes.
yeah,
But then at the same time, these Asian folks are going above and beyond. I mean, like
Yeah.
above and beyond. These
yeah,
people
no,
are
It's
like
definitely
absurd.
excessive in Asia.
Yeah, it's bad, dude.
Or just
no, it's
East
really
Asia
bad.
generally.
And honestly, because parents like keep doing that, and like now there's this culture of like comparing each other, like kids end up like disliking each other. Like,
No, that's like I'd get super angry at mom, especially. I'd be like, why are you always comparing me to these other Asian people?
Yeah.
Like you know that thing where, oh, he's doing this. Jimmy over there is
yeah,
Oh,
no,
even
I
my
get
mom
it
has
straight
done
in.
that.
yeah, and I was like, don't be shaming. No,
Yeah,
not
I
about
understand. No, I
Yeah.
totally.
that. Yeah, I was not about that.
They should just be
Yeah,
like
there's just-
comparing like who you were 5 years ago to who you are now, and just kind of look at you more objectively, personally.
Yeah,
I mean, no,
Like-
my parents have though in that
Yeah,
perspective.
I like that more than compare me to other people.
Yeah,
it's really annoying when they compare you. But I feel like I'm not white or black or Mexican, so I don't know if like those cultures do that. But I know for a fact like Korean culture does that, and like
I mean,
it's
when it
really
comes to like Asian, I think our society's much more tough onto that idea.
yeah.
Hmm.
Honestly, I don't think it's good. Like it's so toxic. It creates like
yeah, it
unnecessary
really is.
tension.
I agree. But yeah, no. As far as this subject goes, it was just kind of like the whole specification as long as like, oh, I have to do this by this time. Just like how annoying that really becomes of being an Asian. And
Yeah.
it's funny. I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm Asian. I'm smarter than everyone. I just have these. I'm just saying like, in this and just like in the family household, it's just like so different from when it was
No, it's a
before.
lot different.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I'm not studying 27. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I study whenever.
Oh, I don't
90% of the
study.
time I don't.
Mm,
That's the thing.
Whenever I mean by like the last minute before a test.
I procrastinate. I do shit.
Mm,
I don't
you're
know,
right.
but then like
Cor-
yeah, no. So then like my like point for this whole conversation, as far as our generation, like our kids, like if you think about it, like how much less and less strict it's really getting these days.
yeah.
Like the other day I was just sitting around, wow, this generation gap is so big just from like the 1990s to like just as of now. It's
Yeah,
so
it's
massive.
big difference, yeah.
It's fucking crazy, dude. And
Yeah, and like the way the households are like set up are like completely different. Um, like we don't have curfews or anything. We don't like
well,
they,
yeah. I mean,
you
curfews
know,
is of my family at the least. It's because like you think, oh, they're Asian, they're strict,
yeah,
they have to have this like curfew. Have it. I don't got any of that, but I just feel very like free and I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
you don't see that often with Asian folk.
yeah. I mean,
Do you have
like
a curfew, Alex?
no. You think I have a curfew, bro?
Well, that's because your parents set you.
What? No, like your mic
You
got
could,
kind of cut out a little bit.
yeah.
Okay, no. Oh, that just fucking messed up the joke. No, I was saying, Alex, you
Rip.
don't have any friends, so they don't need to set you a curfew, dude.
Hey John, eat my dick.
Anyways, no. I mean, that was kind of just like the curiosity, though, as if it comes down to like, what are my kids gonna be like? Am I gonna be strict on them? Which I don't think I will be, to be honest. Probably just have them be like me, kind of have that like free mindset.
I wouldn't want my kid failing though. Like if it's
No,
at a D,
yeah.
if his grades are a D or F, then I'm gonna have to like step in.
Okay, I mean that should be every parent's
Yeah.
goal.
I mean, that
If
should
your
be like
kid's getting
yeah, that should be like a universal standard.
I don't know. I know some people who still like have D's and F's and they're still chilling and playing Fortnite.
Yeah, no, I don't understand those parents. What are they thinking? But if
I
you
mean,
think about it, a lot of them are like the rich parents. Like they're just relying on
money.
yeah.
But I mean, I'm not trying to say money is like the what's the word? Fucking crutch to everything. But just in that
Yeah, no,
perspective,
it's
a lot of parents don't give a shit, dude, these days.
yeah. But yeah, I think they should give a shit though.
Yeah,
Fact,
I mean,
fact that
yeah,
kids
I
are
mean,
doing
every
like these and
parent
that.
should give a shit. But I mean,
Just not
it's
too
gonna-
much. Like, yeah.
Well, I just know that like. Then again, like statistically, we do see people like within the Asian race like thriving under these like certain households. Though.
Yeah,
The model
okay, they might
minority.
thrive, but if you also look at the stats, you can see a lot of like suicide related like
Oh,
deaths.
yeah, especially in Japan and South Korea, though those rates are
Yeah, the
up
suicide rates are
there.
insanely high. And I feel like that's all having to do with like this toxic culture.
Just really strong academic pressures and all that.
Yeah, no, like I don't know if John is maybe a little more whitewashed than me, but like there's a lot of pressure that comes with being in this like Asian culture, like this society. You sort of have so much pressure that sometimes it just gets to you, and because I know I've had my moments where like I want to fucking jump off a bridge because like it just got so much. Like not saying I would kill myself, but like, it just got.
jump off a bridge.
Yeah, maybe break a bone or two, but like I have those moments where like it gets so much and like and the worst part of it is always like when I'm like struggling and on top of that like when people are like comparing me to like other Asian kids just puts me over the top. It makes me rage so much. And I feel like that's something like a lot of other people don't see because when I'm at school I'm normal, but I mean for the most part.
I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
maybe that's why I'm so angry at school. 'Cause everything's like building up, looking.
Yeah, I could see it becoming hard too, because this is like that's when you really mostly need your parental support, but instead they're
Oh,
negatively
yo, no, that is
reinforcing
so
you.
right. Yeah, yeah. They instead of like, if you're like going through a like struggle, I feel like when you're Asian, they don't stop pressuring you. Like they don't. They have no limits.
For me, my parents, they'll help me out though. They're pretty good at consoling me with this kind of stuff.
That's because you're not fucking taking 8 weighted classes.
Yep.
No, hell no, nothing like that. And I mean, yeah, I'll agree. I think I'm definitely more like not as not as like
Not
just
as Asian.
yeah. I mean, like
Discipline?
tip. No, I mean, no, I'm just like not tip, not that
Okay.
typical. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Not the fucking 5.0 GPA.
yeah,
Fucking
because my
piece of
GPA
shit.
is far away from 5 point. And
Hmm.
then I think like that, it's kind of like my parents, from what I've seen, is like the that they don't need to like be on my ass about shit anymore, because they're seeing that I have more of this more mature responsibility to go out and do shit. But I'm saying most Asian parents don't see that though. Like
Mm,
Yeah, they don't give you that freedom.
they don't, and maybe sometimes like being restricted under like the right circumstances is like a beneficial thing.
yeah.
But most of us, I think, as we mature, this idea of like having to like play with is much better than not, like just not to
Yeah.
have any.
Were your parents on you when you were like younger? Like were they pressuring you back then?
Oh no, yeah, back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got pressured a lot back then to get good grades, but like now it's like, yeah, I also have that freedom.
It's just kind of
Uh,
like don't fuck up. Like I mean, like that's
Yeah.
bare minimum trust. I think every parent gives their child these days. It's like just come on,
well,
just don't fuck
well,
up.
nothing's changed from my childhood days till now.
Really?
Yeah, but then at the same, we're living in such a like different society though. Like you're not like, the superior typical, like the way the Asians are,
Portrayed.
yeah, or like portrayed. And to be honest, we don't see that much anymore, and I like I just,
No. But yeah, you don't see it much. But like, okay. At least I don't know. Like if in like other cities it's different. The Springs, you see a lot of like the typical like
Really?
parenting stuff. Well, no, you have no idea. There's one kid. I'm not gonna say names, but like her, his or her mom followed them to college, like to the dorms and shit.
Oh,
They
like
they're
helping
gonna
them check in and stuff?
they're gonna like apparently they were thinking about living with them at
Oh,
college.
no. Oh, no. No, no, no,
I was
no.
like, are you kidding me?
I mean, it's
And then
following
this
that
is
stereotype of like taking care of your family.
no, but she was like,
fucking
your
she
mom.
has a fucking slipper in her hand, beat your ass. It's right there, dude.
Yeah, and then another
Trap.
Asian kid, his mom's literally like controlling his life. He has no friends, he has no nothing, he has no outside life. He just stays home and just solves math problems all day. Like, he does nothing fun.
Are you
And when
sure
you see him
he
at
only does math?
bro, I know, cause I have beef with him. I know
Does he
all.
does he find that fun?
I
You'd
don't
be
even know.
surprised. Kids do find these things pretty fun. Like
I mean, if
I
they
mean,
find that fun, then like that's their thing.
No, but this dude, like, but you can see his antisocialness, like, at school. Like, he goes to a different school than me, but he comes to my school for my math class, and I just look at him. He just seems so sad.
Does he have white hair? I started seeing white hair in me recently, and I'm like, is that a sign of stress?
damn, are you stressing?
I mean, we do have college apps coming up.
Mm.
Yeah, dude, I have no idea. It's to be
Yeah,
completely honest, I don't give a
I-
damn where I go. I just want to be like in the area that I want to be. So I'm just gonna apply for all these colleges in that area.
Speaking of that, my parents don't expect me to go Ivy League or go that crazy.
yeah.
I mean, it's funny because my parents did, then they realize that I'm a piece of shit. So then they're like, all right, you know. I think people should realize that, you know, kid.
No, you're right. Like,
Ivy
okay,
League,
like
don't push towards that.
yeah. If you're Asian, like, no matter how stupid you are, they want you to go to Ivy League. Like, you maybe have like an IQ of 1, and they're like, you're going to fucking Harvard.
I'm just glad my parents don't have that mentality on me.
Mm. My parents also used to, but I think they've toned it down
Like they're
these
okay with
days.
you going to
Yeah,
in-state now.
Well, I
I
mean,
feel like they don't really care anymore.
I think it's funny because I think Asian also learn, like, as time goes on, they're more and more. They're like, okay, we're gonna have to pay fucking money for these hoes, and
Yup.
I don't. All right, just go to the community college.
All right,
Honestly, at one
they'll
point in
they'll
my-
pressure you to get that scholarship then.
Yeah, no, they do, but then, like, not that long I had an actual conversation. Like, my parents were like, you know, community colleges not that bad of an option these days. And I was like, hell no. Like, I know where you're coming from. You're trying to save me some money. That's why, for me, I'm trying to find all these different ways to, you know, save money in college. And I think there's an efficient way to do that if you just know how to play your cards right. But I'm saying, I know people that are really smart, really talented. I'm not dissing them on that sort of spectrum, but they'll be going to an Ivy League school paying full pay, and then next thing you know, I'm like, you're gonna be $200,000 in debt. And I mean, if you can go do it, dude. But I'm just saying, in that formality.
And the thing with Ivy Leagues is, even if you do go, like, maybe if you're like, I don't know, fucking valedictorian of, you know, Colorado or some shit. Like, if you go to like Harvard, you're gonna be like average there. Like,
yeah.
Like you won't be able to.
That's with anything though, sports and all that shit. Which, quite frankly, that sucks because that's when you realize life is not fucking fair, dude.
That's
when you realize you're not superior.
Yeah,
and you're.
No, it was funny because first time, it was in class. It was in AP Gov. I remember our teacher was like,
"Yeah,
you know what? I don't know what people tell you, but life is not fair." And it's funny because you know most teachers are like, "Oh yeah, go follow your dreams. You can do whatever you want." And this man was like straight up and was like, "You realize nothing in life is fair." And the way he was saying it was like, "We're not born the same. We're all born differently. We all have different aspects: physique, mentality, IQ, and like all that."
Yeah.
I think that message should be like transferred to more and more parents and more like people in general. I just think life is not fucking fair, dude. Like, we're not all gonna. If everyone went to Yale, it would not be Yale, the Ivy League school.
It'd just be fucking college,
community college.
Everyone gets a trophy.
Yeah, that's why I was watching this. It was basically like this debate sort of segment between college graduates and dropouts. They just kind of like talked about like how they felt about, you know, where they were.
Oh, was it Jubilee?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but then like the points that they were saying were like, you know what, like if you aspire to be in this sort of field, but it just didn't seem like you needed to, then fucking go follow your dream. Like drop out if you, because two out of three people that were in there,
I think, yeah,
they were like 3 years into college and then they dropped out. So like they just realized
nowadays people are like, you know, college is necessary, blah blah blah. But I really feel like, you know, if college is not meant for you, don't go.
There's multiple paths.
Yeah, it's not like
you can go to trade
you
school
have
and
to.
all that.
Yeah, you don't have to get a fucking PhD to, you know, live a comfortable life. No, you can do other shit. Go army.
Aaron.
Oil field.
And Caleb.
Oh my goodness, and you maybe.
Yeah, but I'm going the college military route.
Yeah,
Same with John.
Yeah, that's current goal. We'll have to see where that goes.
Well, I'm not about to get shot in the head.
I don't know. As an officer, I don't.
Yeah. Going in the field is if we were.
I'm not about to wake up at 6 a.m. every day.
Oh,
No, we
well,
don't have to do that.
I
just
think
depends on the
classes in the
schedule.
afternoon. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on like, because I know what my friend that actually went through that like military program, ROTC, was saying he had to go up to the ROTC place once every week to go and do it.
Like do PT.
So
and all
yeah,
that?
well, like to PT and like just like the basic training shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for him, he said, like, since you're getting that minimum wage, you're getting, you know, that scholarship sort of idea behind just being in that program. He was just saying, like, you know, I think it's totally worth compared to having a job in college, which I don't plan on having in college. And I'm actually kind of embarrassed to say, but I've never had
You've never had a what?
like an actual job.
Me neither, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I can't relate.
See, all three of us, these fucking degenerates, dude. We don't have, we haven't had this sort of hardship. I felt like some other people experience.
Yeah, I want to experience that.
I do want to experience it, but I just don't think like that sort of.
Okay. But let's be real. Like high school jobs, that's not real experience. Like,
Well, I mean, like I'm
It's
just saying,
something.
yeah, Taco Bell, yeah, it's still something.
I
I just
guess.
want to be able to
Making
like
Doritos.
see those numbers go up in my bank account.
I have fucking $20. I think I don't know, probably less in my wallet as of right now.
Yeah, I have like $40 in Bitcoin that absolutely got fucked. 'Cause I bought it for $50. It's now like 40. It dropped $10. I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, my dad was Bitcoin. Yeah, how about that? No, because no, I was actually watching another Jubilee video. Surprising enough, it was that like dude who was talking about how he makes like $6,000 or 11,000 like a day, and this other guy makes like 60 in a day.
What?
Have you seen the video? It was
No.
no, okay.
Oh.
So basically, it was just like the lifestyle difference between those two, and like this one guy had like 4 cars, 2 houses that are like right next to each other. He just bought both of them for his cars, basically, and he made $11,000 a day. He's 23 years old. His net worth per year was kind of like 6 mil or 7 mil.
Man.
To like sometimes like he would go so high to like even reach 16 million. And he was able to do that from stocks though. Like he's just doing stocks.
Oh, he's a stockbroker?
Yeah, he's just
Okay.
that's all he does. Yeah. And there's this other guy who does Uber Eats, and you know he's making $60 a day. And to me, like watching that, because personally I am sort of that person that is more materialistic, so I would aspire to be like that other guy.
Definitely.
But then-
Yeah, the Uber Eats guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that Uber Eats guy. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to be like. But then you see that like kind of difference, because at the end of the video, the guy's like, "So, are you guys like content? Are you guys happy?" And then the rich guy's kind of like, "You know what? I think kind of like I am happy, because like who can't say I would be happy with things that I have?" But then the question was like, "Do you think happiness can be like bought?" And he's like, "Of course not. Of course not." And
I think happiness can be bought.
no. And actually, that's what the Uber Eats guy goes. He goes, "Yes, I'm very happy with where I am right now." But then the question they asked him after was like, "Okay, so then do you think money can buy happiness as well?" It's like, he thinks as far as certain people go, which I agree with his point, is like it can buy you a temporary source of happiness. Because
okay.
I don't think anything can. You think there's something permanently that can buy you happiness?
Okay, if you're making 16 mil a year, I think you have permanent happiness, because every day you're gonna wake up and buy a fucking Gucci belt. I'm so happy.
But it's not like that though.
What do you mean?
What?
No. Because the guy, that rich fucker, was talking about how they asked him. So then, okay, all this money, then why aren't you as happy? He was explaining how, like, yeah, there's a lot of happy days, However, like he does feel empty a lot of the times as well. And
Empty.
He just needs
I
a
think-
partner.
Yeah, I think he's just stupid. That's what he is.
He's just
Well,
like
that's
forever
the
alone
thing,
right
though.
now.
That's the thing, though, because I've had this argument with people, and my views like constantly switch. Because I do agree. I think you can buy happiness, but only temporary happiness. Where I'm getting towards, I just don't think
Okay.
there's something
here's
that
the
can
thing.
permanently make you happy,
It
no
okay,
matter how much money.
it can be seen as temporary, but if you have that constant flow of money, I think it's permanent. Cause like, come on, let's be real. Like,
You can buy
But
food, which sustains
yeah,
you.
listen, like every day you wake up and say you fucking earn $11,000, you can go on a fucking first class flight every single day.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
is
first class making you happy. I'm just saying.
yes.
Yeah, dude, have you seen those videos of the one like Casey Neistat? He like pushes the button and then the door opens by itself. Like, I want that on a plane. I want that on a plane. I want more
Yeah,
leg
but
space.
I don't think any of that can buy you happiness. I mean,
What do you mean? I would suck
doesn't
dick for that.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't sustain happiness. It doesn't
Are you-
sustain.
Yes,
No,
it does.
No, I think okay. Here, let's dumb it down to like our level, like
Okay.
our level
Okay.
of okay.
Yes.
So
Fortnite skins.
Fortnite skins, yes.
God damn it.
No, but I'm saying like, as far as I've felt, because I've kind of like thought about this. I'll buy a new product. I'll buy a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
2 months
Yeah.
later, I'm not content with it. I'll buy an iPad. I'll buy a GoPro. I'll buy whatever the fuck I want. But then
Yeah.
I'll get it. But none of these materialistic things, as of now, have ever kept me just like.
That's why you keep buying stuff if you're rich.
But I'm saying, you keep buying stuff. You keep buying all this pointless shit. It's not really getting you anywhere. I'm just saying, like, the feeling of not being satisfied will be continuing no matter how rich you are. Is what I'm saying.
No, but here's my
Just
thing.
at a faster pace. Because think about it, a guy without money, if he's craving for maybe like a new camera, he's gonna be craving for it for a longer period of time to save up for the money, right? To get it. So then let's say he gets it. He gets it, and maybe a couple months later, he's like, you know what? I want a newer and better one. The other guy, the rich guy, is gonna buy a new camera instantly and get bored of it instantly and keep buying all this.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, happiness can't be like.
No, but here's my thing. It is permanent because if you're fucking Lionel Messi, you're gonna keep buying shit until
you
you're dead.
die. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. You're gonna stay happy. You're gonna keep feeling that temporary happiness till you're dead.
So it becomes permanent.
So yeah, so it is permanent because you're dead.
Okay, if you could say, I mean, okay, it's kind of a stump because like you guys are fucking loopholing it because you guys are both making temporary into a permanent fucking thing here. But
It's not a loophole though.
What about
Like,
food? Like, we need food, right? So like money
like,
can
if
buy us
every
all
day-
those Oreos.
If every day I woke up and fucking went to a fucking Broadmoor restaurant every day.
Ooh,
I think I'd be
yes.
pretty damn
I'd be fulfilled.
Like,
okay, but
I could buy
let's
so many
say
shawarmas.
you get cancer. Is money gonna?
I'll buy a cure for it.
okay, if I get cancer, I keep buying shit till I'm dead.
Yeah, Make-A-Wish
that's-
Foundation can hook it up.
But that's not the thing. Yeah, obviously I didn't know how materialistic you two fucks were, but no, I'm just saying like like in a perspective of how I think happiness isn't just like bought. Like you can't buy fucking. It's like you can't go to the fucking Target and go, yo,
Okay.
do you have some
Okay.
happiness in stock? Like I'm trying to get
Sure. Literally, you can't buy happiness.
You know
Obviously.
that
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Katy Spears girl, what is it? Anthony Bourdain. Those two super rich.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony Bourdain's like the super rich like food critic, chef or whatever. Katy Spears is that like famous what is it? The woman bag product line. She's super famous for that. They're both
Yeah.
rich as fuck, like super rich.
Mhm.
They both committed suicide, and obviously it's a serious topic and perspective, but like I was just saying, like people are like, okay, these people are as rich as it really got, but then they kill themselves, and
Okay,
yeah,
no.
like
That's
They
because
weren't happy, dude. They just weren't
no, no,
happy.
no, 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 no. But no. They if they weren't famous and they just had that money, they would not have committed suicide. That's my thing. There, it was not that they weren't happy, but they're okay. They weren't happy, but it's not because they were rich. It's because there were other factors leading up to it. Like if you're famous, like people are gonna constantly be on your ass.
You're gonna be
You're gonna have no
having a lot
private
of
life. Yeah,
pressures.
yeah, you're gonna have no private life. You're going to be depressed. But like fucking Bill Gates, like very secluded, like nobody knows what he does. Fucking 2 million bodyguards. If you're like that, like and like you have a very very private life, and you're like fucking Bill Gates, you're not going to commit suicide. You're going to be so happy. Like
He's also got a
Yeah,
loving family.
But I mean, if we were to literally and say, "Do you think money can buy you happiness?" I can guarantee you would say no.
okay, maybe he'll say no because of
Because
being
of his position that he's in. He's like,
No,
because
just
he just
fuck
has because he has infinite money.
yeah, he's like, no, money.
Literally infinite money.
No, okay. Here, I'll
He can
give
buy a
you my
Lamborghini store.
I don't think. Okay, I'm not. Obviously, I don't debunk any of your guys' opinion on this because I mean, yeah, you guys are coming from, but okay. So I play Grand Theft Auto, and in Grand Theft Auto, if I have all this money, which if I obtain, I'll buy all the fucking shit I want. But the game gets so boring if you have all this money because you just do everything you want. And I think life kind of does that because if you had all the money, like if you've had, okay, so here's a story. Sorry, I'm switching everything, but so there's a story of this girl won the lottery, and she was around our age. She was 17, 18, and she won like $2 million. So then, as soon as she got all that money, she just dropped out. She was just like, whatever, fuck everyone. Like, I'm going to buy everything. So she ends up buying all the stuff she wants, everything she needs. She's like super set. She's decked out. But then a couple years later, 2 years, I think, literally not even was like, she has like chronic depression. And it was just like, people are like dumbfounded. Okay, you just won the lottery. You got all this shit. But then you realize the suicide rates and depression rates for people that win lottery that are not like that were really poor. It comes for that because people, I mean, at that point they don't know how to manage. So money was not their source of happiness.
No.
Time of their life. It was just like
if they won the lottery and they knew how to manage all that money, they would have been fine. But the fact that it was so overwhelming is what got to them.
No. But I'm saying the whole point of this is would the money buy you happiness? And I'm saying like she bought whatever the fuck she wanted, but it didn't buy her happy. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, it definitely wasn't her happiness until she started running out of money. She's like, oh fuck, I can't.
No, she didn't run out of money. She had a saying. Like you know.
But you can't really if you have you can't tell me if you had Bill Gates' infinite flow of money. You cannot tell me that you would not be happy for the rest of your life.
But it would be more of like convenience, not what I would base.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see now.
It would just be like a very long time convenience because being poor is inconvenient, right? But if you're rich as hell, I'm not saying it won't make you happy. It won't make you content. Yeah, I mean, like, it will give you that convenience sake of having a lot of money. But I'm saying this idea of just, like, obtaining pure happiness. Okay, I guess if money, the actual object of the paper money, is what really brings a person happiness, then so be it. Okay, yeah, I think in that way.
Me?
I mean, if paper fucking makes you happy, then I guess that goes for
like a dick.
Yes, I know what people would do to do it, and I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? But for me and most of the, I guess, people, most Most people don't really think like that. They find themselves like kind of stuck. They're like, you know what? I don't think money at the end ever really brought me
Well,
true happiness.
what if you get happiness from donating that money, like Bill Gates?
Yeah, here's
I
my
mean,
thing.
that's
So
the thing. Yeah, you
he's
find
having
different
some happiness.
with money to find happiness. But do you really think donating money is what makes him really like actually happy?
He's just
He's
donating
helping the
to
world, bro.
He's just donating to evade taxes. That's what it is.
Bill Gates is smart. No,
Here's okay. No. Here's my understanding of money buying happiness. Like, let's go back to the GTA example. I also play GTA, and for the whole game, I can remain very, very happy until I die. You know why? Because I just keep buying shit. I just fucking buy a minigun. If I get bored of that, I can buy a fucking rocket launcher. If I get bored of that, I buy a fucking BMW. If I get bored of that, I'll buy a Lambo. If I get bored of that, like, I just have this constant like, I just keep buying stuff to keep me busy. And if you're really rich, you'll keep doing that until you're dead. So like, you'll have that temporary sense of happiness for like till you're dead, which makes it permanent.
We're just backtracking now.
yeah, you're just fucking
Sustaining the
It's not-
temporary to make it permanent.
It's not convenience though. Like,
It is convenience because
no.
I think if I had all this money, right, me
Okay.
buying what I want would not particularly make me super content. I just think it would be convenient. I'd be like, okay, cool, I wanted that. But
Okay, if you have infinite money, it'll be convenient since you can afford all the stuff that you need to survive. The part where it makes you happy is when you can buy all the stuff that you want.
okay, here was this it was this experiment actually. People were saying, okay, so when a human has the basic needs of like, food, water, and shelter,
Mm-hmm.
versus so basically the setup was someone really poor couldn't really afford all these basic human needs versus someone who could, like mid-class, someone just in that area just afford all that, versus someone really rich, someone out of the fucking plot, someone really out there. And when they were all asked as of happiness, they were to find out that people that had the like food, water, and shelter were almost just as content as someone that was really, really rich. And obviously, if you can't have the basic needs of food, water, you're not gonna be content. You're not gonna be happy. Like that's just a fucking
So like
given.
Africa.
I mean, but there's people in Africa who are really happy because
No. If you live in Africa, you're not gonna be exposed to fucking Lamborghinis and shit. That's what
exactly.
they're
You'll be exposed to like a tree.
happy. Like if they move to America,
Exactly.
they
So
would
if they
instantly
like,
be unhappy.
that's their source of fucking hierarchy over there. Not being racist. I'm just saying like that is their personal view of happiness. That's why I think I dislike it when people call Africa for being poor. Yeah, they're poorer than us in that money perspective, but in their perspective, if we were to come in, if we were to walk up in there, our money would fucking jack shit to them. Like, I mean,
Here's
okay.
the thing.
I'm just saying, like that perspective.
Okay, like if you're live in that kind of area, sure you can be happy, but like here's the thing: the world like just keeps changing, and the way that it keeps evolving, the world is becoming more and more materialistic.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the fact that these African countries like haven't like really developed makes it so that they don't know what it feels like to have this material stuff. Like, I think because they're so poor, it's because their needs are not constantly filled up. That's why they're always happy because they think that as long as your needs, as long as your hunger, thirst, shelter are met, you're happy. But I think even in Africa, like the moment that all of those are met, they're gonna get bored of life. Like they're gonna find stuff that they want, and then as soon as that starts happening, you're gonna start getting people that buy.
But there's
shit for
people
happiness.
that are literally doing like Uber that are very content though. And
Okay,
No,
they're
no.
content. Okay, yeah.
They're
No,
very
here's the
happy.
thing. They're very happy. Would they be even happier if they had more money?
Okay, but I mean, nobody's make you happier. But I'm saying it won't make you happy forever. Is the point.
Yes,
And
it will.
I just think it's more of this convenience sake. Like
It's not
it's
convenience. So, like, video games are not just convenience. It's like a source of
It's brain
happiness.
stimulating,
It releases dopamine. That's happiness.
like
yeah,
doing
but I mean,
drugs.
I mean,
I
you wanna
mean,
die early.
yeah, no. But I'm okay. Like to wrap this point up, I'm just saying, for me, I just think money is kind of just like something that could give you an edge, give you that sort of
Yeah.
society like.
It can give
Yes,
you more happiness.
No. I don't think it could really give you more happiness.
I don't understand
Okay,
how.
you give me $5 million. Yes,
Hmm.
I'd probably be like, fuck yeah, like fuck everyone. I'm gonna go do everything
Hmm.
I do. We would not be sitting here making these podcasts, making shitty YouTube videos. No, I would definitely be pretty happy, right? But however, I think for me, because I know myself, I don't think that would really make me content. I think I'm more happy with like those memories and like people that I go meet and all my friends
Yeah,
make me
nothing
more
beats
happy.
human interaction.
I just think,
Nope.
but I mean that's you, Alex. I'm saying like there's
No.
nothing
Even
I
you,
have.
even you. It doesn't
No,
matter who it is.
it is
If
me.
if
You don't know
someone
me,
just
bitch.
if fucking if Bill Gates just came by your house and dropped off $5 million, you will be happier than you are right now. That is
Yes,
100%
I'll
fact.
be able to pay for college.
yes. I did not say you can't be happier.
So money does buy happiness.
It buys temporary happiness. It won't make me completely happy for the rest of my life.
Okay, no. If you keep having that money till you're dead, that's permanent.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Let's
But
just
you're rich.
leave it at that.
Okay, you know
yeah.
what? All right, fuck. All right, you win because what you're
No,
saying
we
is.
both win on this.
What I'm saying is, if you have an infinite flow of money for the rest of your life,
I mean, if that's what is if that happy, then fucking be
no, it
it.
makes everyone happy. Like,
Okay,
fucking,
if dude got his fucking legs chopped off and his pride and passion was to play soccer,
okay.
quite
Oh,
frankly, that is what brought him happiness. No fucking amount of money
Sure.
will
No,
bring
I'm
it
not saying
back.
don't. I'm not saying no. If I got my legs chopped off in exchange for $100 million, I'd probably take it.
You're
I don't
fucking
know. I
dumbass.
don't know. I really like my legs.
No,
Joe, you
I
are,
just use that.
bro.
I just use
There's
that
no
money
reason
to
to be
make.
short.
I just use that money to 3D print some legs.
3D
Make me a
prints of
TikTok.
yo. They get those like what are the prosthetic legs?
Yeah.
Like that one track runner. There's this guy who from Africa. He was on the 4x400 relay team. He competed in the Olympics and he had two prosthetic legs.
Uh,
But he's now in jail because he
see,
murdered his girlfriend.
What the fuck?
But that's besides the point.
that's
Did
because
he
he didn't
use
have money.
Did he use the legs to kill her? Or
No, I think he shot her.
oh my god.
So, anyway, yeah, to sort of conclude, I personally think if you're Bill Gates, you're gonna be happy for the rest of your life till you're dead, which makes it permanent because you're gonna have a constant source of temporary happiness. That's my final point.
Well, all right. Well, my final it up here. I think Alex is a bitch. I think we'll wrap it up for. So thanks for tuning in to NSP. Oh,
Yeah, going from being Asian and growing up in America to money buying happiness, yes or
to
no?
Alex being a bitch. Yeah, it really comes down to that, you know.
Yeah, that's what we learned today. What
or me,
productive podcast.
or
I
me
mean,
making some valid points. You know.
I'll point my ass, but yep. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today. We're gonna wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in with me, John.
Bye.